what advice could you give to the guys around my age now? Any guy from like 18 to like 28 right now. What advice could you give young men right now when it comes to the dating scene, trying to find somebody to settle down with? Is that even a thing now? Do we just focus on ourselves? Like, how does that look like for us, in your opinion?
Well, the first thing that I try to tell young men, when you're dealing with a dating game, you know what I'm saying, is that if you change your mentality, you can change your reality. If you change your attitude, you can change your aptitude. That's the first thing, a mindset. And then once you get the right mindset, you need to find somebody that match your rhythm. Somebody that match your rhythm. A classical example, say for example, if a young lady was sitting right there and, I told her, you know what I'm saying, that I was going to do something. And she really down with me and she's sitting right there, she should be able to match my words for words. If I call her at 4 o'clock in the morning and say, baby, I got a great idea. If she hang up on you, she don't match your rhythm. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is into the same things that you're into, somebody, that believe in what you believe in, that's more than likely the person you want to deal with. But if you always argue with somebody and they always, complain about whatever you do, like the podcast, if you come into podcast and your girl is complaining and you're trying to bring bread to the crib, then she don't match your rhythm. You know what I mean? You got to let her go. And, you got to say goodbye. It's okay to say goodbye because it's good and goodbye. The example I like to give is about, the dead weight. If I put a 10-pound book pack on your back and, you know what I'm saying, you walk around with that 10-pound book pack because you're used to it. And it's just like most relationships. You don't love her, you just used to her, and you walk around with this book pack for a year. Then all of a sudden I take it off and I let you go in ecstasy. You're going to be running around that motherfucker like you was a fucking track star because you ain't got that weight on you. See what I'm saying? And another thing, when we deal in relationships, sometimes we get weasels in our life. You know what I'm saying? We get weasel ass bitches. Weasel can stress you out, take you down. For example, eagles, right? Eagles fly like this. They soar. Their wings is 9 feet. Eagle, you know what I'm saying, we can see from 100 miles away. When an eagle see a storm and go into the storm and it flies up to the storm so it can get a high propelment, right? And then when the eagle fly, it only recognizes other eagles. If an eagle fly and they see a pigeon, it's probably going to attack it and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Or he's going to fly up because he know he's flying too low. Chickens, you know what I'm saying? It's not like eagles. Chicken, you know what I'm saying? Chicken eat their own feces. You know what I'm saying? Chicken can't jump but 5 feet. When eagles make love, they make love in the air. Mm-hmm. They glide. That's why you never see a chicken and an eagle making love. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't on the same level. I ain't got nothing against the chicken. You know what I'm saying? I ate one today. I got some in there right now. I fuck with the chicken, right?
Right, yeah.
But on the flip side of the game, right, there's only one thing that fucks an eagle up. It's that goddamn weasel. As soon as the eagle see the weasel and he grab him and he put him up to his chest and he fly 10,000 feet up in the air and he ascend 10,000 feet, he descend 10,000 feet to his death. Because what the weasel is doing is eating his chest up. Mm-hmm. The eagle refused to let the motherfucking weasel go. Weasel kill this motherfucker as he eat his heart out. That's the same thing with these women, man. You know what I'm saying? And these bad men. You got to get them out your life. You got to get those weasels out your life. Otherwise, they're going to eat your heart out. They're going to stress you out. You're going to have a heart attack, hypertension. You're going to commit suicide because you're dealing with a weasel. And an eagle, we all eagles. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes your ego could be your worst amigo. You know what I'm saying? You got to be conscious. You know what I'm saying? You can't. If you ain't humble, you're going to crumble. You got to balance yourself. And that's what relationships. Get rid of that dead weight. You're going to start making proper decisions. That's why when I got all the dead weight out of my life, my decision-making process became superb because now I can think. You know what I'm saying? I had friends, right, that was dead weight in my life. They'd be like, every time I'm like, man, I got this idea, man. Man, I'm finna, build these cars, man, and, sell them to this.
Shut you down.
They'd be like, man, dog, that's a fucking dumb idea, dude. What the fuck you mean, man? And, because you love this person, and a lot of times, we go to high school with people, right? And we had this false narrative that this is my high school friend, or this is my nigga, you know what I'm saying? I sold dope with my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Me and my nigga, we cut bread together. We was in the penitentiary together. but really that person don't be good for you. But we don't want to let that narrative that we just sold to all our family, all our friends, that this is a good person. But in reality, that motherfucker is no good.